Right? Can you? Right, we're going to do first degree pattern poem. Right, poem is 36 movements. There's only 18 stances, so you're only moving 18 times. This is the only pattern in the 25 patterns in Taekwondo. Now, we went through this before with 25. There's only 24, but some for second degree do Juje and some do Kodan. So, the newer, say, Taekwondo would do the Juje. And I'll explain why that in class or in another video. So, there's only 18 stances. There's 6 sitting stances. There's 4L. There's 4X. 2 one leg stance and 2 closed foot stance. Now, the one leg stance is different from bend and ready stance, where the standing leg is bent and the knee is pointing out. On a one leg stance, the leg is straight and your knee will be straight up the centre line. Well, you can have it to the side as well, but your knee is straight and it's out to the side. So this is one leg stance rather than bend and ready. Okay, poem is a straight line. It's done in a straight line, so you're going straight across. You start in the middle and you go out on the line. Okay, this side you'll be stepping here and you'll be going to this way most of the moves first, and then coming back along. So that's poem, right? The poem is one of the patterns going for second degree backwards, so it's a first degree pattern going for second degree. Poem was named after the Lyell subject Po-Eun Tul, who was a famous poet and whose words wrote, "I would not serve a second master even if I was crucified 100 times." He was known to every Korean. He was also a pioneer in the fields of physics. And the diagram, which is the straight line, represents his inherent loyalty to his king and country towards the end of the Kokuryu dynasty. It's 1400, the year, 1400s. Okay, so let's go through it. The ready stance in this is parallel ready stance with heavenly hands. So your thumb is gonna, your right thumb, your right thumb's gonna overlap your left nail, and the first finger overlap, and your hands are gonna be out from you, and they're gonna be slightly bent. So you see a lot of people doing up this way and up here, but your thumbs are going to be philtrum level and your fingers are going to be top of the head level, and your hands in front of you, and you're looking out through the diamond here. So it's supposed to be looking at the sun being able to tend the time. So you're out here. This is 2 kicks, and they're both side checking kicks. So the low section. So when your knee comes up here, you're checking here and back in. There's 2 slow motions in the pattern, and that's when we come up from here to close foot stance and elbow, double elbow. So when you're doing this here, you're going to have your elbows across in line with your back, and you'll be looking over your left shoulder for the first side and your right shoulder for the second side. Also, there's 14 continuous movements in this pattern. So the continuous movements are 7 at a time, and you'll do it on both sides. So I'm just going to explain. You're going to be doing an angle punch here, and then from here you're going to be like a punch downwards. So you're punching the top of the foot for the front snap. You're punching here with a inner forearm block, and again. Then you're going to do a mid wedge and block, elbows behind, punch into the center, hand on top of the elbow, elbow to behind, and an uneven punch. Okay, and that will also be done to the other side. Okay, when you come from here, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 continuous movements in a row. Now, how you do the continuous movements in there? They're both will be done from sitting stance. All you do from there is just keep the breath going as long as you can. and you'll hear the breath in every move you do, but you just come up and down the knees. The knees don't go down and up. So from here, when after this punch from here, once we're just going to come up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So on each move, and it'll just flow continuous. So let's go through that pattern from here. Parallel ready stance with heavenly hands. From here, load the weight, garden block. Now as we drop, we're going to do an uppercut. Don't go too high, just go to the top of the head level as we go into 1 foot stance. So, okay, so make sure you pivot and that leg comes forward when you come up into the stance. But you remember, you're in an L stance here. Check and kick, bring it back. Land in sitting stance with the knife and strike. Angle punch. Now this is the start of our 7 continuous movements from here. Okay, so they'll be done a bit faster. I'll show you at full speed when we're doing the thing, because it's continuous. From here then, the X stances are, we walk into them, so we step in front from here. Inward hammer block from here, and then on top of the wrist. So inward, and you're looking in front here. So remember, you're stepping in front. Then we're going to go into U-shaped grasp, into L stance from here. So instead of U-shaped block, your top hands will be facing up. This is for grabbing a pole and taking out your hands. So into U-shaped grasp from here. Then stepping up from here, slow motion. So that breath will be long. Double elbow. Now some people stamp in the next motion. You don't have to stamp, just step out into sitting stance again. Back fist, down block. Now again, we're stepping in front because we're going into X stance. Inward hammer block with the other hand, and you're going to go onto the elbow or on the side fist. The last time you were like taking the pulse, this time on the side fist. And then we're going to go into sitting stance from here. Downward garden block with the reverse knife hand. So the reverse knife hand here. So that's the first half of the pattern. The second half of the pattern is exactly the same, only you're doing it the other stance or the other side. Okay, so all you do from there is you bring this leg back up into L stance. So knife hand here again. So if we'll talk to them again slowly from there. So after we do it here, we're going to do a punch down with the inner forearm. Punch down with the inner forearm. Elbow behind, punch to the center, protect the elbow and the top. Elbow behind with the support, U-shape punch. Stepping in front again. So make sure you step in front because it's a step into X stance from here. Inward. Here. Step into U-shaped grasp. Step up slow motion. Bring the hands right across. Up into your heels. Here. 2. Stepping in front again. From here. Inward hammer. And into the side. And then into sitting stance. With the reverse knife hand. And back up to parallel ready stance with heavenly hands. Okay, so it's not a bad pattern. You have so many movements on each side and just repeat them in the other. So there's only actually 18 times you move, whereas there's 36 stances. Now, as I was saying in previous videos, go back even over I have up as far as green tip done, and I will get the rest of them, and I have some moves already done for the first degrees, and we'll get through the rest of them. But go back over the first patterns and you'll see the way I've explained them, what I've done here. So I explained the diagram, the meaning, how many of each stances. Again, it's the only pattern in all the patterns that there's no walking stance. I explained how many kicks and how many slow motions, continuous, connecting, normal, and fast motions in it. So, as I said, there's 14 continuous movements and only 2 slow. Right, so let's go through that full speed. So apart from them, slow motion and the flow here, all the other motions are normal motion. The kick is a side checking kick. So what you're doing, like you're checking someone's knee here, and then landing with a knife and strike into the philtrum here, or the philtrum of the neck. Okay, so let's go through that at normal speed. Carve a space here. Awesome! I should just breathe there. Po-Eun. And then back up. So it's worth taking out some of those movements, as I was saying, the slow motions, the continuous motions from here. Just remember, the way you're stepping on these blocks here, on the X stances from here, the hand is closed. So if you're stepping this way, the hand is closed. The same as when you come back here, you're stepping this way, so whatever way you're stepping, the hand is closed. And the same in the other half of the pattern. But take out these moves in sitting stance. You can just go from there. Now some people do this really fast. You don't, it's just continuous. So from here, okay? Right, so that's it for Po-Eun. I know I'm putting up the videos kind of slow enough. I'm trying to get through every grade, but there's a reason behind that as well. It's giving you something to work on, and work on it. Okay, don't think because you know a pattern, that's it. You really have to keep working on the techniques all the time. That pattern seems easy because it's only 18 steps and you're kind of repeating, but to do good in a competition with that pattern, it has to be nearly flawless. Okay, and that continuous motion there. So just remember, someone's coming to the front snap kick, that's not a down block like this. Some people would say it's a down block. It's like a punch down onto the instep to block the kick coming for your grind. So you can keep practicing on that. My thing from here is I would do it slow. Make sure it comes from your hand from here, for this block here. Okay, for that punch. Because you can't bring it across, you won't be able to, so from here straight out. So I will practice them moving slow. Even that one when you're coming back up here, you're coming up with your toes and dropping. As soon as the heels hit the floor, your block is in and your breath is in. Okay? And that U-shaped grasp as well in L stance. From here. Hands in line, just the top hand is turned up. Right, I hope that's of some benefit. Really hope to see everyone soon. This could go on a lot longer than we think. So we'll try and get as much stuff up as we can, and maybe even try and do a few live classes. Hope everyone's well, stay safe, and talk to you soon. Right, feet together, drip, can you?